Let's see if this works. Test, test, test. 1, 2, and 2. Test, test, test. 1, 2, and 2. All right, it seems like I'm live. Now, I'm not going to be posting anything absolutely important to anybody aside from myself. So, this is just a test. What I'm showing here is our new PoE IP camera system, and I'm trying to create a backup of some video. And in doing so, I've tried different methods from the browser, and that hasn't been working. So I don't know why it occurred to me to post. I was trying to post this on YouTube as a video file, and then I saw the option to stream. So I figured, you know what? Let's um, let's give it a whirl. Let's see if this works. So anyway, the date I'm looking for is March Tuesday the 14th, 2017 at 7:30 is when the incident occurred. Let's see if I click on these buttons here. Some of these may be relevant, some of them may not be. Let's see that one, and that one. Let's see if we do a search, and then we do a. Let's see, my time frame is 7:30. Okay, and if I hit play, and okay, let's go to 7:30. So it appears that I am on. Okay, let's close this off. Appears that I'm on March 2017. Let's see. How do I verify this? Let's see. What if I go full screen? Let's see what happens there. All right, so it says it's yeah. The date is 3/14/2017, 7:31. I believe the accident or the what happened occurred at 7:34. So let's see. Let's move this around. There. All right. So let's see. When is this going to get interesting? Because right now it's dull. Okay, so the top three windows. Let's see if we can see my mouse. Top, middle. So we're going to call this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So between 1, 2, and 3, we should see this red semi appear in the next 2 to 3 minutes. And that is the semi in question. And so what occurred is that we had a semi step into our facility, and they or he ran our gate over and bent the holy heck out of the gate. So the guy never reported this to our shipping manager. Instead, he opted to stay in his truck and try to fix the door himself. It appears that he may have thought that it came off its track, and he put it back on his track and didn't realize that he bent the crap out of the metal beams that hold it in place. Or maybe he did, and but he didn't say anything, and that's the part that I have a problem. I have a problem with, and why I'm doing this in the first place. So this is just to show that there was an accident. He did crash into it, and that's that. Anyway, how do I speed this up? There's got to be a way to speed this up. Okay, well, these other screens are blank because there's no movement detected. So if there's no movement detected, I'll get rid of them. And right now, okay, let's see. Nothing. Yeah, this is absolutely boring. All right, so in the next, oh, there he is. Okay, so he's on screen number three. So, and he'll be appearing in screen number two. Looks like there's no activity on screen number one. So there's my motion. So he's making a right turn on screen number two. And on screen number three, you can see him making the same right turn. Uh, he's going to pass the entrance. So now screen number one pops up. Great. Okay, so he slows down to see if he can make it into the parking area, but he can't, so he continues forward. Screen number two, you can see him going on. He makes a U-turn about half a block away, and then you'll see him come back, and he'll appear in screen two and in screen three. At that point, the accident will be highlighted on screen number three, which I'm wondering if I can just go. Oh, I can. Oh, good. I can zoom in. Oh, there he is. Okay, so he comes in. I wonder if I can zoom in too while I'm at it. Okay, so he pulls in, makes like an early turn here, and doesn't get the right angle. You can see the doors here will start to open up, and they start to open, and before they open fully, he starts driving in. So his trailer's already at a bad angle. So anyway, he goes in and he tries to correct himself right here. Let's see if we can back up and go to that other. Uh, 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 Okay, so that didn't work out. Let's back up a little bit. Try this again. Okay, there we go. 9. And let's go full screen. Okay, let's get rid of number 1 because we don't need that. We only need 2 and 3, possibly 4. So I wonder if I can move this one over here. Nope, won't let me. Okay. Alright, let's zoom in again and see what we can see. Okay, what I wanted to display first of all is you can see him going in. The back end of the trailer is going to crash into the wall here, but over here on number 4, you'll see that he tries to correct his tires. And there he's doing it there. He's trying to correct and get a better angle. So if you look back here on the top right, he smushes up against the block there, the wall, and then he winds up hitting the metal fence. So you can see it kind of shake and vibrate there. Then over here on number 4, he's trying to basically correct himself. And so here, let's zoom in on number 4. Well, yeah. Let's just view it like this, and then I'll zoom in and we can view it later. Okay, and let's see if we can see him. He eventually pops out right here on number 4. Comes out. Oh, he's already walking over there. He's walking. So he popped out. He inspected the back of his trailer. He's walking towards screen number 3. When he walks over to screen number 3, he inspects the gate. He's kind of going in and out, so it didn't close properly. He starts trying to put it back on its rail. He walks towards the back of the gate, picks it up. Pretty strong dude to pick it up, and then he puts it back on the gate. Comes back towards the middle, that's what he's doing right now. And well, and he's still not fixed, so he walks away. And then over here on number 4, he's walking towards his semi again. Unfortunately, our camera system pauses anytime it doesn't detect any movement. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go back and go back 30 seconds and then get a little zoom in here. Let's go back some more. Let's go back some more. There we go. So let's zoom in on this bad boy so you can see what happened here. There we go. Hopefully that's a clear picture. And we'll see. So he's driving in. Doors are still opening. With the high-res shot, you can see that. It does look pretty bad here. Stops, he makes his adjustments to his wheels. The doors are still opening and they're not closing. And then right here, right when the back end passes the gate, you'll see the thing just flop around. There it goes. So in the high-res file, you can see that there's a beam here that supports the gate. So now the gate's closing after the truck is passed. The sensors are designed to close after, well, yeah, after all weight's been shifted over. Anyway, so now there's a gap here, this little black area. We should see the guy come out and inspect it. So it was our understanding, or my understanding, that the driver never came out to speak with our shipping manager, and that nothing was reported, and that was it. Nothing was reported. So there he is. So we're watching this again. So he's looking around. He kind of moves it a little bit. I guess he gets it back on its track. I know I've said it before, but I'm saying it again. So look, he leaned over and then he picked it up and he put it back on its track. He was trying to get it to close. Eventually, he does back up and he trips the sensor so it opens and then it does close. But, oh well, here, let's back out of here. So, let's go and search, and we'll go to like 8:30. No. Let's see, where is this guy? Okay, we'll get rid of number 2 because we don't need that anymore. Search. Let's go to 4. We need the entrance. Internal loading. We need that one and that one. Search and play. Okay, let's see if we can find him again. There we go. Okay, so there's his red truck. He's already parked, but he does happen to come in and use the restroom. So let's see if we can find this guy. Okay, I know he came in after he got loaded. So let's see if we can, how do I increase the resolution on this thing? This looks terrible. Here, let's speed this up a little bit. '07. So hopefully this works, and this will be visible on YouTube. So I can share this with people that are interested in this. Let's see. So okay, he's in the semi in question is in bay number 2. Looks like bay number 2 is still getting loaded up. I know the driver comes in after bay 2 gets released. So Jose's still going back and forth. Let's see if we can speed this up a little bit. Oh, is that him? No, that's not him. He's a big guy, I think wearing a white shirt. This is our shipping manager who just stepped out of the building. Looks like he is walking towards the the damaged doors. He's looking at it, but I'm not sure what he surmises from that. This gentleman that's over here is from the blue semi, and but he wasn't there when any of this occurred. So our shipping manager Rogelio, he's just checking out the damage. But I don't. At this point, since he hasn't spoken to the driver, he's just went to look at it because he was told that something happened to the gate, but he didn't see any damage because he was looking right at the gate itself. And at this point, the gate is closed because the driver in the red truck has gone over the sensor, and it's the gate opened and closed fully. But what Rogelio failed to see from his perspective is the bar holding the gate in place is now bent back by about 30 degrees. So I still haven't seen the driver pop out from here or show up over here. He does come in to use the restroom, but I haven't seen him yet, unless I missed him. Because this camera on the top right, number two at this point, is saying its last recording was 8:10:57, where number three is still recording. So live streaming to YouTube. Yeah, I didn't think I'd ever do anything like this, but I give a lot of credit to the guys who do this for a living because to keep this entertaining is definitely not my forte. I'm just trying to convey some information across to relevant people, and that's all I'm trying to do. So we're at 8:15:57, and you would figure there'd be an easier way to do this, and I'm sure there is. But since I just installed the IP cams and just installed the software and everything else, I'm still getting used to it and seeing how to use the browser version of it and the actual NVR. Um, so far, it's a lot quicker than the previous camera system that I had, which was just a standard 420V TVL coax, um, regular old 16 channel camera system coax. Like I said, nothing fancy. Actually, look like this. Looked all pixelated. The difference is you zoom in on this sucker and you get detail up the yin yang. Where is this guy? So he should be walking in through on screen number three through the. He doesn't even come in through the door. I think he comes in through the ramp. Which is why I'm surprised I top. Oh no, that's not him. All right, since we got some movement from that forklift, top right screen is now number two is now running or recording. All right, now it's stopped again. So somewhere in the next 10, oh, there he goes. Jose is now unhitching the trailer, which means he's going to have to talk to that the driver pretty soon. And I believe at this point that's when within these next 10 minutes the driver comes. Oh, there he goes. Top right. He's walking in there. Oh no, he does take the stairs. Okay, there he is. He comes in, but he comes in through. He doesn't take the doorway. He walks right on in. Okay, let's take a look at him. So this is the guy that ran into the gate. Let's slow it down a little bit. And so what time does he pop up? At 8:20, 45. Okay, so let's go full screen on that. And we go back to this one. There he is. So he asks where the bathroom's at, goes to use the restroom. Now, on all this time, I believe he did not. He didn't mention that he rammed into the gate. So I can tell you throughout all this video that I've looked at for an hour that he didn't speak to our, at least not face to face, our shipping manager. Now, why he didn't do that, no idea. He chose to stay in his truck instead, or in his cab. There he goes. He goes out. He's walking away. He's heading back. So let's go and check that out. So he should be up here now. Let's see where he goes. He should pass the blue semi and then he'll go over to the red. I lose him a little bit, but you see his head right here in this little area, so he's over here on this side. And then in the next couple of minutes, he will have a conversation with Jose at the dock. He doesn't actually come back into the facility. He just he has it over here. And so Jose comes up with this paperwork and starts talking to him right here, or calls him over. Hands him paperwork at this point. I can't see him on the other cameras, which is why I'm not switching over. There, he hands it to him. So Jose's handed it to the driver. This other driver comes in, and he's the driver from the blue semi to the right. Jose instructs him to walk in and speak to our shipping manager. So at that point, Jose lets him go. So 8:25, and I believe it takes him about 5 minutes to get ramped up and get out. So let's zoom out of this, go back to R4. This is the other driver. He walks in. He's looking for Rogelio, or he's asking somebody. Looks like he's speaking to Oscar there. Mind you, that's not our focus. It's this guy. So in the next couple of minutes, he'll leave. And here comes, who is that? I don't know who that is. Looks like Jose. Oh, it is Jose. So looks like Oscar is speaking to this guy. I'm not sure what he's saying to him, or how he's directing him. He's not getting up to help him out, so that might be something to look at or talk to him about if drivers come in. But there should be somebody greeting the drivers anyway as they come in. So, but I didn't see any of that happening this time around. And except for in the screen one, when Rogelio walked out to inspect the gate, that's the only time that he was able to speak to that one driver. So maybe we need to change the way we accept these trucks and or accept these drivers. Make them responsible to come in and check in, because at this point there was no conversation between the driver and at least our shipping manager. The other thing to note is that when the driver of the red semi, when he steps out, he doesn't close his back doors, and our product's in there. And so typically, I believe they drive out a few feet, they close the doors, and then they go. But what he does is, there it goes, he's leaving now. Here, let's slow it down.